This is the common area, good for R&R. As you can see, I've planned for a long stay. The aquaponics system cleans the air and keeps it fresh. This is the living room. Help yourself to any reading. If you like to watch films, I have some on DVD and VHS cassette. Just make sure you put them back in their sleeve when they're done. The kitchen is fully functional, has an electric stove, refrigerator, freezer, silverware, and that table is a family heirloom, which means watch your glasses. Always use coasters and placemats.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 172, and tonight wait, what?
Shut it.
Oh, I couldn't hear you.
Shut it.
And today we're talking about 10 Cloverfield Lane. I am Sean Allred, and yes, there were 9 other ones, but this was the one we chose. It's like the Rocky movies or something. I am Sean, and joining me tonight is Andrew. Touching is not allowed. Jimison.
Well, if that's the truth, then I've got a problem.
Don't we all?
You'll go blind.
I did hear that it's actually extremely healthy for you.
21 times a day?
21 times a day to help prevent prostate cancer. So I am doing my part probably twice over. So.
Ew. Corny. That's what I always want to start off the show with is masturbation jokes.
Well, I just thought I'd keep them handy. If you know
Okay.
what I mean.
No, I appreciate you.
Jack and Diane.
No, they're all great. But okay, sorry. I'm having to.
Netflix and chill.
No, for some reason my volumes and things. I've now moved, ladies and gentlemen, to my new home, but all my adjustments on my mixer are weird, so you guys are sounded not great right now. I don't know what's going on. You sounded fine pre-show, and then I hit record, and everything sounds awful. All right, we're just going to keep rolling with it. And Sam, Corny, rubber ducky shower curtain, Logan.
Rubber ducky, you're the one for making bath time lots of fun. That's all I got.
Yeah. Well, touching yourself makes it fun too.
I'm not a pervert. I'm just going to stand here and make sure you don't break nothing. And and Sam,
like pledging all over again. Wait,
right?
what?
Yeah. No, yeah, actually, yeah. And Sam, holy crap, he was right the whole time. Vector.
That's right. I am right the whole time. And Sean, let me introduce you to this barrel I've got over here.
There's nothing bad in it whatsoever. I just keep it under the sink. For
Take a deep look. Look at the bottom. Down there, there's a special thing down at the very bottom.
Dude, is that Sundrop?
It's all the Sundrop left in the world.
It's all fizzy.
Wait a minute. Is that Roger Rabbit at the bottom of that? Oh my gosh, it's Dip from Who Framed?
Oh, nice. Oh, good reference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's pull up a comfy chair and dive in. Well, first of all, welcome back, guys. I missed you.
It feels way too long.
Yeah, well, 3 weeks.
That's what she said.
So,
I'm a criminal.
You can't.
What?
Wait, what? Did something happen in the 3 weeks that we were gone?
I transported liquor on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, you did.
Was it across state lines?
No, it was not.
Okay, well, you're fine.
Well, you're not. It's not as bad as long as they were in the trunk of your car. You're fine, ish.
Yeah.
It was. as I was yelling, woohoo! We're jumping over stuff.
Were you listening to Blur? Is that what you were doing?
Oh, yeah.
Wee-hoo!
That's all I know.
Okay. No, yeah. It's, anyone knows about that song. It's the Woohoo song.
Woohoo.
So, yeah. Track number 2 from Blur.
Well, who's Blur?
You know the song, and I know you do. I know you're just pretending that you're feigning to be old right now, but
No, I really don't know who Blur is.
no, I
Is
believe
Blur-
you don't know who Blur is, but
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm trying to get
Never mind.
but you know the
Blur's
song.
blur's what you have when you don't put your reading glasses on, Sam.
Well,
Oh.
that happens to me all the time. Blur track 2. Come on. Really?
What?
Like, sorry.
You
YouTube is
pause?
being incredibly
It's,
slow right
isn't it Macklemore and
now. Macklemore. No.
yeah.
If you
What's his
write
name?
anything on
Oh
your
my gosh. Stupid ads.
Macklemore and
What?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, the other dude, the other white
The
dude,
other
Ryan,
dude.
Ryan, somebody.
No, it was the guy from Growing Pains.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I know. Who it is.
Yeah, every movie in the 90s had that song in it for some reason.
That's true.
So anyway, that's Blur.
Woohoo.
What was the point? I don't know. The point was, hey, welcome back, guys. It was fun. Happy birthday, the USA, and all that jazz. This is 10 Cloverfield Lane, 2016's 10 Cloverfield Lane. If you're seeing if you're listening to this and going, I don't know where it is. Well, it's on Amazon Prime. It's not on. It's not on the Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime, which we do occasionally. We'll flip over and do an Amazon movie.
When we start running out of Netflix goodies.
We
Well,
swing both ways.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
swing both ways.
I've heard it both ways.
We're open to whatever. We've watched movies on YouTube, so I mean, we are non-discriminatory, except to cultures
Detroit.
that we don't understand in Detroit, like Central Africa.
I'll
So-
tell you.
I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, no.
No.
Andrew, were you actually in Detroit when you sent that picture?
I had a 9-hour layover.
9
in
hours.
Detroit.
Oh, and you survived.
Yeah.
Wow.
You should really go get checked for tetanus.
Did you play? You should have played our RoboCop episode like on a loudspeaker.
Yeah. Everybody was really nice. I had a great bowl of macaroni and cheese
Oh, nice.
from I don't know what the restaurant
full
was
of
called.
bullets and
Some tap room.
oh. Wait, I
Was
can
it
get macaroni and
with
cheese in a
was it
tap room?
beer made from Flint, Michigan water?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're gonna die.
No, I ordered a Coke. I didn't want to drink the water.
No, but Andrew is now magnetized due to the lead in his body. His new superpower.
Lead man.
That's what should happen to the people of Flint. It should be cooler than just dying. It should be like
They should get superpowers.
superpowers.
So, like, when
yeah.
Superman comes by, like, if you're a supervillain, you just need to get one of these Flint, Michigan people to stand near you so that Superman can't X-ray through you to see you, whatever. Right?
Totally
That's
agree.
his
Sean.
thing, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
He can't see through lead, right? That's
Right,
his.
right.
Yeah, lead and
Yeah.
kryptonite. That's it. Okay, that's good to know. Speaking of Superman, I did watch Wonder Woman. I know I mentioned that last time we were together, but I watched Wonder Woman. And Andrew, you said you're the only one that hasn't seen it yet, right?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I decided to go Marvel this time first.
It was pretty funny, like, because when you said that in the group meeting, I was like, wait a minute, the way you were defending it made it sound like you had seen it. When I was saying that it was like bright in tone, and you were saying it was dark. Maybe that was Sam that was saying that. I can't remember.
No, I don't think it was me.
Oh, okay. Well, it was great. I loved it. I really did. In fact, listener Alan, our friend Alan, who
My boy.
so strongly defended the Batman versus Superman pile of crap, sent me a message today actually, and said, "Hey, have you seen Wonder Woman?" I was like, "Yeah, I have." And he said, "What'd you think?" And I said, "It's the best DC movie since The Dark Knight, easily,
Yeah.
like, without question." And
They're only going to get better.
And I think it's probably, in my opinion, more watchable than The Dark Knight. I think The Dark Knight's a better movie, and I was saying you love that movie.
Absolutely.
But The Dark Knight is a little hard and it's a little dark. Whereas this movie, I think, is a little bit. Yeah, I set that one up. But I think this one's a little bit more rewatchable. So
Yeah,
anyway, I
agree.
think if Andrew, you can watch it before next Wednesday, then we'll do a spoiler cast next Wednesday on it.
Yeah, I think I can make that happen.
I think we should do that. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to talking about it. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that tonight, though. We're going to talk about whatever I've said 3 times now, 10 Cloverfield Lane. That's what we're going to do.
Like hell, we won't.
And Andrew, if you would, sir, please tell us, because is this the monster movie with the shaky cam or what? So tell me, I need to know.
Well, this is J.J. Abrams, so it's got a little bit of shaky cam.
Well, he didn't direct it for
No, but it is his name's attached.
Oh yeah. The bad robot was definitely there.
Yeah. Okay, so what is 10 Cloverfield Lane? Well, after getting in a car accident, a woman is held in a shelter with 2 men who claim the outside world is affected by widespread chemical attacks. Is it? Well,
Or is it not?
you have to listen to the rest of our podcast or watch the movie, so suck it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Suck it.
IMDb is getting really, really personal.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's all in there. It's strange. So Dan Trachtenberg was the director of this, and he has only done this movie as a director. He directed 1 episode of Black Mirror, and he did a short called Portal No Escape. But this is it. And I frankly think, well, yeah, I'm going to say it. I think he did a really good job on this movie. Had any of us seen this before tonight?
No.
Or this viewing, I should say?
Had not.
I've seen enough clips with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and so I was, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think is it true? I think we're in love with her now.
Well, we've done 3 of her films.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably the only 3 she's done.
I've been in love with her the entire time.
She's done more.
Well,
Here's the funny thing. I saw trivia when I was looking up trivia for Swiss Army Man. There's trivia in that movie for this movie. And the fact that both of the movies, the last word she says on screen is the F word. For both movies. It's kind of weird. I was hoping that trivia was going to be in this movie, but it wasn't. But anyway, that's fine. So, Andrew, I guess I'll let you lead off with your kind of initial thoughts on the movie.
I had a really good time watching this movie. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just the mood that it caught me in. Like I said before we started recording, I've seen a bunch of movies lately. And I had just finished watching Power Rangers. And that one was, I was kind of lukewarm. And so I thought, all right, well, my kids are at camp, wife's at work. I might as well go ahead and watch 10 Cloverfield Lane. And so I put it in expecting to be bored because I had a lot of stuff to do around the house and I could not stop watching. Like I've said before, if it keeps my attention, I think it's a good film. And so this one had the suspense, had the, had the allure of mystery to it. And so I just enjoyed being on the edge of my seat, trying to find out what was going to happen and why these people were in this situation. I thought John Goodman was, I'm used to seeing him on Roseanne and in comedy roles, but I thought he did really well in this. And what's her face?
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah. I thought she was great too. And then the other guy, whose name actually in the movie was the other guy. Emmett. Emmett. Yeah, he was also very good, and really, they're the only 3 people in the movie.
Pretty
for
much,
the most part.
Yeah.
So,
though I don't know if anyone noticed. I only know because I was looking at the IMDb page, but there was a famous cameo in the movie. Believe it or not.
What? There was like 4 people in this movie.
So other than the crazy woman, right?
Yeah.
There are 2 other humans in the movie. Both
Rocket.
both are voiceovers. Yeah, Rocket. Yeah, her fiance is Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I mean,
that lucky SOB.
I know, right? Sorry. There was radio broadcaster man, and then voice on radio lady, which was Somali Montano. Yeah, something like that.
You kid my
Oh, you
father.
want to know my name?
Do you want? Nice. Good job. She does a lot of voiceover work for Transformers and things. Anyway, cool. Yeah, I'm with you there, Andrew. I can pick up what you're laying down as long as I'm allowed to touch it.
That's what she said.
Sure.
That's what she said.
It's like the fourth one I've done tonight. Gosh.
You're just full of them tonight,
Ugh.
Sean. 21 times a day.
Also
mean,
what she said,
I'm on.
surprisingly.
Yeah.
Just full of them.
Let's hope not.
I'm gonna have to put the explicit tag on this one.
Man, no kidding. I'm gonna have to the name of the episode is just gonna be "Sorry for the Dick Jokes."
When is it not with this podcast?
Well,
Take out the word jokes. And
I
that's-
mean, usually we also sprinkle in a good fart joke and then a random Joe Pesci, and then that's a podcast, So, Sam and Andrew, I know Andrew, you mentioned pre-show that you listened a little bit to the Judge Dredd episode. How fitting, corny, that the episode that Sam and Andrew aren't there is the episode where there was an actual, honest to God, Joe Pesci
exactly
moment.
And I missed it.
Yeah, in that the Rob Schneider character was originally offered to Joe Pesci, who turned it down, so they went to Rob Schneider.
Oh,
It was in the trivia, so I had to. Of course,
I think Joe Pesci made the better choice there.
yeah.
But he would have
So he
been
did-
much better than the little weasel Rob Schneider.
I would have made the movie, I think, just as bad though.
The
honestly.
Boodle's
Now-
going to be pieced.
Yeah.
that does count for a Joe Pesci intro or a.
Oh,
Insert.
it counts for this movie
Right,
too.
okay.
No, you're 100% correct. I gotta ask,
could
have
be
you
good
guys?
there.
Did you guys watch Judge Dredd for that viewing by chance? Anyway.
No,
I did not have time.
No.
No.
No, okay.
I had seen it before, but no, I didn't. I haven't watched
Okay.
it.
I was
recently.
going to ask if you guys had like a score you wanted to throw in there, but
It's been so long. I need to watch it again.
I will say this: Steven, he made me about piss myself when he was like, "I'm gonna give it a 10," and Corey and I are both like, "What?" And he goes, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm like,
Okay.
He actually originally gave it a 4, and then when Corny and I went a little higher than that, he goes, "Okay, I'm going to change it to 6." So it sits comfortably at a 5.953. Anyway,
Nice.
Corny, this movie, please.
All right, so I'm a little torn on how I feel about this movie. So, knowing that this movie is supposed to be somewhat based on Cloverfield, the original, that movie several years ago, I was looking for more action, and I went in thinking that, and so that kind of threw me off. However, but I did watch all of this, and without feeling the need to do something else, like Andrew. And I actually woke up Tuesday morning around 5:30, and woke up and I was like, I'm gonna watch the movie today. And by the time the movie was over, I was like, oh man, this is a great way to start the day. And ended up being a very, very good, solid film. Lots of times you expect all these over the top things, and in a film like this, especially with the content that it's in here. But I think it was a very well done movie and didn't seem over the top, I don't think. But with that being said, it's a very solid movie, and I'll probably watch it again.
All right, cool. Sam.
All right. I went into this movie. I have to admit, I love J.J. Abrams stuff. I
That's
love the
not
mystery.
something you should be ashamed to admit.
I know. But I go all the way back to Lost and Alias. Just I eat that stuff up. But I liked this film. I was thoroughly confused through most of it. In fact, I spent the first minute and a half of the film trying to figure out why the sound on my TV wasn't working.
Right.
Because all I could hear was soundtrack, and I was like, nothing's being said. And so obviously there was no voice for her, or for the first little bit or whatever. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. How can I explain it? It's such a weird film to go through. It's almost like we need to go through it chronologically, because there's so many strange twists in this thing. I did not expect the sick woman at the door.
No.
And when I saw that, I was like, okay, all right, John Goodman is
It's-
actually trying to be the good guy here.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah.
Yeah, but then then he's like killing people and stuff, and it's like, what the heck? Um, so I don't know how to describe it. I hope we can go through it ourselves. I enjoyed the performance. I really enjoyed the performance of John Goodman because he is creepy as hell in this movie, and he's all he is eccentric. He's not murderous as far as we know, until he shoots somebody in the face. But he has a reason for doing that, and it's so weird.
Well, it's a reason that he believes is the right reason.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I don't know. We need to talk through it a little bit more. I enjoyed the performances. I'm kind of like Andrew. I just enjoyed the movie, and it's been a while since I've actually had a good time just sitting here watching a movie. So that's where I come from.
Without touching himself.
Without touching myself, yeah.
always comes back to that. So I really enjoyed the crap out of this movie, and Corny, I'll tell you, I want to remark to something you said when you said that this is part of the Cloverfield universe, or it's directly involved with the Cloverfield movie. So when this movie came out, like 2016, so this is on the heels of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, right? And so, everyone's excited for The Force Awakens, and I think they actually put this movie's trailer maybe at the beginning of that. I can't remember. So all of a sudden they tease this thing called 10 Cloverfield Lane. I'm like, what the heck? How did he have time to produce another monster flick while he's doing Star Wars? So then the only trailer I ever saw, the only one I saw, was the dinner table scene where she's kind of looking anxious, and then she hits him with the bottle, and then she runs upstairs to the door, and then she gets all wide-eyed and scared. And so my thought was, okay, she's like been kidnapped in this bunker or whatever, and then she goes upstairs to look to see that the big red monster is out wreaking havoc across the world. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought was happening. And then when I go up and he keeps talking about maybe there's Martians or there's another attack, and I'm like, oh, that can't be real. That can't be real.
You just think it's some sort of crazy thing.
Yeah, it's just his way of
he's
kidnapping.
Nuts. He's not. Yeah.
He's trying to recreate this family dynamic that he clearly has lost, or is incapable of owning himself because of his OCD / it's not autistic. It's like he plays it. He plays the character like he's a 9-year-old or an 8-year-old. Like he.
These are his toys.
Yeah, these are my
mess
toys.
with my toys.
Right. And then, oh, you did a bad thing. You did a bad thing and you're sorry for it. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry for it. So.
Yeah, and I accept your apology, Sean.
And I accept your apology. So, so I kind of kept expecting that. And then this movie goes like completely different direction at the end.
Holy heck.
And I don't want to go, I don't want to go there now, but
escalated quickly type of things.
So yeah, I don't want to go there just yet. I want to even save it for the show
right.
a little bit. But that turn was like out of nowhere, and I compared it today to From Dusk Till Dawn. If you guys remember that movie, the George Clooney Tarantino flick, like the first half of that movie is a Tarantino flick. It's super creepy. They kidnap some people. They're trying to get to Mexico, and then they get to the bar, and then it turns into a Robert Rodriguez film with vampires and Selma Hayek pouring champagne down her leg and whatever. And that movie like completely changes tone. And that's what this movie does.
They changed directors in that movie too. I mean, like they
did. It
literally
yeah.
passed the torch in that part.
Yeah, it literally is the first half of the movie is Tarantino, which is super creepy and awkward and scary and whatever. And then it turns into vampire craziness with Preacher Man. I forgot his name. So, anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the turn in this movie I did not see coming, but I just enjoyed the crap out of it. I really did. The other thing I really liked about this movie, and again, we can all talk about it, is like there's so many unanswered questions.
Absolutely.
And I'm good with that. I'm totally good with it.
Like what happened to the bloody earring? Did we ever figure out what happened? the help written on the window.
Well, we know it was that girl in that picture who was not his daughter.
Yep.
So the question is, and I'm glad you brought this up. So is that like his trial run with this? Was that? I guess the way my brain is rationalizing it is that he did have a daughter and a wife and a daughter, and they were taken from him. Whether she literally left to Chicago or they died or he killed them, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But he's trying to recreate this family dynamic with a pretty brunette girl, right? And he kidnaps this other girl who he pretends to be the daughter, who maybe he found out she scratched help up in that place, and he found it or saw it, and therefore he had to stop her, and she probably went into the dip.
Yep.
So that's what I think, unless you guys have a different theory.
See, the weird thing about all that is the timeline. You know, at what point was he down there? How long did she sleep? I could see that happening if.
Well, that would all have been before the attack.
Yeah.
Because he was still Emmett was still talking about like, she went to my little sister's school, so that would have been I think.
But Emmett helped build this place, right?
Right.
So he doesn't look that old to me. He looks like he's in his 20s.
Yeah.
So this thing, I mean, did he get him? You know, was he a high school helper? You know, helping. I'd like to know the. I'd like to know the timeline.
I mean, like if he's 18 years old and he started working on this project and it took him a couple of years to do it, I mean, he's talking about gonna go run for this school. I mean, yeah, it might have taken, or maybe he hired him at 16.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's not unheard of. I mean, I had jobs at the construction company in my neighborhood at 16. Though I didn't help build bunkers, I cleaned out houses that were being built, but
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that makes sense. If he was 16 and then while he was building the bunker and he finishes the bunker, let's say at 18, and then he tries the kidnapping thing with the girl, and that lasts
10 years. Yeah, between the 10 years, let's say 10 years from 18 to 28.
I don't even think he was that long.
Yeah.
I would have thought less than that. He didn't look 28, but maybe, I don't know, maybe he did.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Andrew's age.
But I could see that happening and doing a trial run.
Yeah.
But why would he do that? You know, but he's crazy, I guess. I don't know. It just, there's so many unanswered questions.
Yeah.
I want to know, you know, did he in fact, you know, kill somebody, for God's sake?
I think he did. I mean, what do you, Corny Gander? I mean, I don't want you guys to think that we don't. Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean,
I believe in a thing called love. No, I definitely think he killed her.
Later.
There's I came across this very, very conspiracy theory-esque thing. But so long story short, when the first Cloverfield movie came out, when Cloverfield came out, there was a website and other stuff you could do and kind of do this weird thing where you can go and check on things and you get little hints as to what's going on. And apparently they did the same thing for this movie. It kind of talked about, you know, where the monster came from and other stuff like that. And in that little, that webpage, and it went way down the rabbit hole, or at least the bunker hole. And it mentioned like the story, like what happened to Megan and all that other stuff, and how creepy, you know, and the reason why he started to make that bunker. But basically, the reason why he started to make the bunker is that they found the monster and were the Cloverfield monster, and they were doing things to it. He felt like that monster was gonna, you know, rise up and kill a bunch of people.
Rise up.
He started making a bunker. So I think the bunker was made because since he was in the Navy, he was on the ship that discovered the monster to begin with. And so anyway, like the whole thing, even if it's not true, was damn impressive. But it did have like there's a again, you could go to a website and you could read people's bios, and it made mention of these things, and you could find letters from John Goodman's character to his family or something like that. But whatever it is, it got pretty hinky, and so yeah, I'm pretty sure he killed her. Might have been on accident, but could have been like, hey, can you go get the vat of Mountain Dew? Oh no.
But there was blood up there too, so
Yeah, and it
if
made
she
me,
hit her head,
no, I
But
think
that
she
here wasn't that though in a room that John Goodman couldn't get to.
well, he
Yeah.
couldn't get there because of the outside air was contaminated. Again, if he did the experiment before the world
Huh.
went to hell, that was the lock on the top. He could have accessed that maybe from the outside before he put the lock on the inside.
Yeah,
I mean, she was in that space, and that he would have had access to her. I think what happened is that she got into that space somehow. He went out around, saw her scratching help, which I assume she did with either her earring. She was scratching with her earring, and bloodied herself holding the sharp, pointy end of the earring, or she was doing it with her fingernails, or something like that. And then he saw her, and then this was her punishment for trying to escape, was she had to die. Then he realized she's never going to stop trying to escape, and it's going to ruin his plans, so he has to kill her.
yeah.
That's what makes the most sense for me.
That makes
Anyway, what was I going to say? I don't remember. Some of the other unanswered questions is, I guess maybe not unanswered, but I guess we have to assume is that when he shoots Emmett, spoiler, he shoots Emmett in the face, right?
he did.
the
He's
face.
not going to be in
He
10
He shot
Cloverfield
me in
Lane
the
2.
face.
Yeah. Shot me in the face. He says as he's comforting her, he says, now it's the way it's always supposed to be. It's just the two of us. And I think because he shows the bruise, he says, how'd you get that bruise? Did he do that? And he goes, no, man, I did it myself. I was trying to get in when the attack happened. He was trying to get in. And I think that really bothered John Goodman, is that that guy screwed up his plans, but he was afraid that if he let him out, if he didn't let him in, then he would go and get other people to say, hey, he's got this bunker here.
Mm-hmm.
So he let him in and kept an eye on him, and then he was basically just kind of looking for an excuse to shoot him in the face. In the face. So on my end, that was perfectly timed, Sam, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Anyway, so again, the movie had my attention the whole time because you just never knew how. I mean, God, how does 280-pound John Goodman walk silently through that building and show up at places is beyond me. But
All right, so I will definitely say, as a man of height and weight, people lose sight of me all the time at work, and I just show up and think like, oh, I didn't know you were there. It's like, how do you not notice that?
right,
In my own house, I've watched people be like, oh, what are you doing here? I'm like, I live here.
right. Well, the only thing I can say to that is that you're not the threat of the house like he is.
No.
I would,
True.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you always have to know where he is at all time.
But I'm just saying it's easy to lose sight of a very tall, very heavy man.
I still think John Goodman's a hard man to lose, but I hear what you're saying. Somebody needs to put a bell on him.
Thank you.
It was pretty funny when the first moment when she woke up I watched this with my wife, as I typically do. And the first time she looked up and we are shown the air vent, Sarah says, she looks at me and she says, she's going to end up crawling them through there because all movies have air vents that are big enough for people and are clean and well lit. And I'm like, I looked at her and I was like, you just named the first trope of the movie. And I wrote it in. So, and that all happened. So good job, Sarah. I wrote he's acting a little, and then I stopped. Apparently, I was going to write something, and then something in the movie caught my attention, and I didn't finish writing. I did write it 32 minutes. I'm still trying to figure out if it's real or not. So even after the lady shows up, right, and does her little headbanging routine, I still wasn't 100% sure it was real. Because my first thought was, that timing was super convenient. Was that like a projection or something? Like, was it actually real? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't 100% sure. But I guess, but it was real. And it was also super convenient timing that she showed up at that precise moment they needed to show that everything was real. It was also very convenient that the other girl, the daughter, I guess, had the same exact fitting clothes as Michelle.
Oh, that always happens. That would definitely be a trope.
Yeah, it's a trope.
You
Clothes are
find
always-
clothes and they fit you perfectly.
Yeah. But the
Literally
other
never happens for me.
But the argument would be, someone else is probably saying, who's seen this movie probably more times than we have, is saying, of course they fit, because he picked her out at the gas station, saw that she was the right size, hair color, body type, and that's why he picked her, is because she reminded him of his daughter, and we lost Sam on the call. So
It's really losing if he quits.
I don't know. Well, it's weird. It shows that he's still there, just camera off and muted. So either Kimberly's in the room giving him
Okay.
Whoa.
cookies. I'm just going to keep going with the show, not with what I was saying.
Made that awkward.
Yes, I did.
Make sure Kim listens to the show.
But yeah, no, please don't. I will say this, corny.
Yeah, man.
Guess what?
What?
We had a wasn't there two?
Yeah, there was the one for the making of the suit.
There was this.
Wait.
Yeah, there was the suit montage, but there was also the "Hey, we're getting along now" as a family montage, right?
Oh yeah, good one.
Oh yeah.
That was the thing. Like the acceptance montage. Like, okay, we're all good. We're family now. Things are fine. Helicopter's going over. It's strange, but whatever. It's fine. And then I wrote, I imagine it would be hard to Iron Man yourself a suit under the watchful eye of a crazy person. Because that's literally what they did.
All right, so let's point out that Iron Man also did the same thing.
That's
with
my
cameras.
Yeah, that's my point. It's like they did the same thing they did in Iron Man.
Although you said it was hard to Iron Man a suit when someone's watching. It's like, no, it's apparently pretty easy.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I should wrote that. Apparently, it's easy to Iron Man yourself a suit under the watchful eyes of a crazy person. Scariest Santa ever.
Oh.
That scene just wrecked me. Oh my gosh. Because I know what you're doing. I'm always watching. And then she screams, "You're Santa Claus." And he goes, "Oh, well, it's not your turn. I get that point." I'm like, yeah, you do. And then he pulls out the barrel, and so then I was like, okay, is this the Santa Claus fake out scary thing, or is this real? Oh no, this is real. Okay, got it. And then she melted his face. Ugh.
His face.
She melted his face. I did write, she must have watched Shawshank to know to tie her clothes to her leg.
Oh, good point.
Uh-huh.
And then, damn it, where did Sam go? I'm going to try to reset.
Oh, brother, where are Sam?
Yeah. Oh, there he is. You back, Sam? You got to unmute yourself.
You there?
Yeah,
doing?
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I have to talk to Kimberly for a few minutes. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's what we figured. What's happening?
But I tell you, my Google Hangouts is all screwed up. I only see Sean. Now the mute button is like totally blacked out. I can't see where it is. I might just reset here for a second, if
All
that's
right.
okay.
No, you're good.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's fine. I was just going to talk about the craziest part of the entire movie. But no, please, go ahead and restart your thing.
Now that he's gone.
And now that he's gone, the real show can begin.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna plug in an episode where it didn't have Sam, and let him interject in that show.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna go to bed. I mean, all together, not individually.
Unmute yourself. There you go.
That's much better. Oh my gosh.
Good?
All right, now
She
I
said,
can see everything.
All right, sorry guys. So let's talk about it, okay? So her, Mary, and Emmett devised this plan where they're gonna take the ducky vinyl, what's it called, shower curtain, and turn it into a biosuit, right? With some soda bottles and some other things, and duct tape. Which I totally get. I'm totally with that. All right, fine. I get that. Whether it's
MacGyver's.
yeah, they MacGyver the hell of it. I mean, I'm gonna say this
absolutely.
about her character. I was so glad that they made her character a strong woman who was smart and clever, and not just the damsel in distress. She wasn't just screamy girl the whole time. She wasn't just, oh, woe is me, I can't believe it. I mean, she hardly ever
My leg hurts. I can't walk.
like she cried for a little bit at the beginning once she kind of got over the shock, and then the only other time she cried was when he got really scary at the dinner table, and then when he shot Emmett in the face.
In the face?
In the face, but otherwise, she was this strong, like smart, clever character, and I really appreciate clever girl, yeah. as she poured acid across his face. So like I really appreciated that about the movie. So anyway,
but wait, in order to make the ending work, they had to make her clever and resourceful.
Oh yeah, you have to.
I mean, I think it was a bit of a leap, and I'm sure we'll talk about it here in a second for what she did at the ending.
I don't care.
But they had to at least put the dominoes in motion of how she was able to get all that.
And I thought it was so clever. So
was it Cleverfield?
It was very Cleverfield, yes. I think that's probably a better name for the episode than sorry for the penis jokes.
Bag of dicks.
I actually think that's already been an episode.
Yeah, what's your work address, Sean?
No. So
Thank you for showing already. Here? Oh, what's in the box?
It's in a clear plastic container.
Well, I mean, Jesus. I mean, honestly, all four of us work at state jobs. It wouldn't be that hard for any of us to find the work address of each other. So, just if something like that shows up, return to sender is going to happen. Anyway,
oh my gosh.
So we keep hinting at this thing that happens at the end. Again, if you haven't seen the movie, you really need to stop the show and go watch it and come back.
Yeah. But, don't go any further. We've done well not to say what happens, but it's wild.
Yeah. So, but if you are one of those that just listens to the show without watching the movie, which is fine. Here's the big thing: in the movie, she climbs out. She's in the biosuit. She's doing good, or whatever you call it. Yeah, the biosuit. We'll call it that. Environmental suit.
The Mark 1.
The Mark 1 environmental suit, yeah. And
the shower curtain.
Yeah, the ducky. And she gets outside and she's free and she's excited and she can't hear anything because she's in this suit and she's all breathing heavy. And she gets to the truck and she's like, all right, I'm gonna escape in the truck and we're gonna be fine. And she rips her suit and she's terrified. It's like, oh crap, I ripped my suit. So she duct tapes it up real big, and all of a sudden she looks up and there are a flock of geese flying by. And then she takes her helmet off and realizes everything is fine.
Now pause there for a second, Sean.
Yeah.
Was anybody else during this time of the movie expecting the obligatory bad guy pop up?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it was
the entire
actually.
time.
Right? So I'm sitting there the entire time she's looking at the geese. I'm like, get out of there. Get out of there. He's going to be coming through that door, half melted.
Dragging a leg behind him.
Yeah, and he's going to be shooting up the place. But anyway, okay, go ahead, Sean.
Well, it's funny. My wife thought the exact same thing. She's like, what are you doing? You got to get the heck out of there. He's going to come up. And I said, no, his face was melting. And I don't think he couldn't have gotten out the way she did. And I don't think he had his keys. to well, she didn't have them, so maybe he could have gotten out the front.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
See,
I think, but because the building, his house was on fire, I don't know if he could have escaped anyway. And then when that thing blew up, man, that was cool.
yeah.
So she takes it off, and
But at the same time, though, it blowing up caused further problems.
it caused further problems later on. But here's what I was
Yes.
expecting to happen, honestly. I expected kind of one of two things. I expected her, once she saw the geese, she was going to look around and see like you know the trails you see when airplanes go flying by really high over, and it was going to
Yeah.
be like, did you guys ever see 28 Days Later?
Yeah.
Yes.
When the guy wakes up and they're told that the whole world has turned into zombies, and then he looks up at one point and sees a jumbo jet and realizes that the plague has been contained to England, and that the rest of the world is fine. And that's what I expected to happen. That this whole thing was a plot to keep her there. So I was expecting to see that. And the other part of me expected the big red monster to come down and eat her, honestly. Because if you've
Just
seen
a big foot
Cloverfield,
stomp.
I guess I can spoil Cloverfield. It's been 9 years.
Yeah.
Every character in the movie that you are introduced to in the Cloverfield dies by the hand of the monster. All of them. They all die. So
Was it a monster or was it a nuclear explosion?
Well, I mean, some people died from debris, but it was all resulting of the monster.
Okay. Yeah.
And the last two surviving, the two hot people, the camera operator and the hot girl, were literally eaten by the monster or something like that. So anyway, I was expecting that. I was not expecting when she looks up after the explosion and she hears a noise to see a legit alien spaceship. The Earth has been invaded by the water people from Sign. No, but Earth was been invaded by weird looking armadillo bug creature things.
The movie totally took a sci-fi turn.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Hard right sci-fi turn. At that moment, and I'm like, what is this?
I kind of likened it to Cabin in the Woods, but
the
big difference is that we're kind of on that journey together, and you have to make up your mind if we don't do the sacrifice, the gods kill us kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then when we have that ending, you're like, oh, okay, it's real. That was kind of what this was. And then, so when she drops the F-bomb, and you're like, oh, he was right? You've got to be kidding me. He's totally psycho, but he was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you imagine if she had to like go back and be like, hey, how are you?
Sorry for the face.
With the acid.
I did have a slight problem with the aliens and the ship, in so fact that they were basically vaginas.
They kind of did look like that.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
It was fairly phallic. Yeah.
Whatever. So the coolest thing I thought in the movie was
gonna dust over the vagina ship. I don't think we can do that.
No. That's what we're talking about, Sean.
Well, no, we're going to talk about it in the fact that what she does, how she kills it, is on the way out the door. Right, she's breaking up with her fiance. So on the way out the door, she grabs her suitcase and her keys and a bottle of Glenfiddich.
Glenfiddich.
Oh my gosh, that's the bottle. I just connected it.
What?
Oh, that's the bottle she grabbed.
Yeah. That's the bottle. So she grabs a bottle from her apartment, and then so she's in the truck, right? So she's defeated the other monster, right? The little monster alien, right? And so she's in the truck, and all of a sudden the big ship comes over and is starting to pick her up, and so she kind of has this moment of defeat, like, this is how it's gonna end. I survived John freaking Goodman. And now I'm going to get eaten by this vagina ship. And all of a sudden, she sees the lighter and the bottle of her alcohol that he stole, apparently, when he wrecked her car. And
she douches the ship.
And she, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say she freaking Randy Quaided that thing in Independence Day. I mean,
yeah, man.
And lit that bitch up and killed it, which was great. Again, the fact that she made a Molotov cocktail out of this probably $60 or $70 bottle of whiskey was fantastic. I was great. And she, man, she killed them bitches. And so then she gets in the car of the dead lady and drives
Yeah.
off. And then you get the radio, and they're like, "Hey, we've retaken the southern seaboard. Meet in Houston." And so she goes off to Houston. So now I'm like, I want to see that movie now. I want to see the.
Yeah. Please.
Did it just turn into Battle LA? Like, I want to see that movie. So, so while actually saying we were waiting on you to fix your stuff, I was actually kind of looking around, and there are currently no talks of a sequel. But Mary Elizabeth Winstead has gone on record saying, if Dan, the director, wants to do a sequel, I'm in. And I did learn in doing some research for the movie that they intend to make. There's going to be and I say a third movie, because this movie and the other movie are somehow related. There's going to be a third movie that ties them together, because this isn't a prequel. It's just another movie. So I'm interested to see what happens there. But that hasn't happened yet. I mean, even under J.J. Abrams' producer credit, it doesn't.
I don't know though. You know, J.J. Abrams loves these mysteries, and the mysteries out there. You know, it's not wouldn't be that much of a mystery to have a whatchamacallit, L.A.
Like a Battle
in this
LA
world. Battle L.A. It
Oh.
would have to be something certainly.
Oh, I lied. 2017 Cloverfield movie in post production. Look at that.
Well, I'm damned.
There is no information except that it's a
There
different
never
cast.
is with these things.
It's a completely different cast, though it's got David Oyelowo.
Duchovny.
No.
Olio.
Olio. It's him. I like him. But a bunch of other people I've never heard of. Well, actually, I have heard of these people. Never mind. What is a shocking discovery forces a team of astronauts aboard a space station to fight for survival while their reality has been altered. That's all it says. Now, I have been told there is a rumor that movie Life with Ryan Reynolds up on the space station and the little bug that whatever, that's supposed to be the prequel to Cloverfield, but I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Interesting. Yeah, they're super low budget. I mean, this movie was super low budget. I mean,
well, it's basically one stage or one
set. Yeah,
build.
It was like $15 million budget. I mean,
It turned out great.
Yeah,
It turned out fantastic.
And
well, didn't they make like 75 million or something on this thing too?
I'll tell you.
So they made a ton of money on it for the budget.
Well, yeah, gosh. Let's see. It grossed, 71 million in the U.S. No, that's not right. Wait. 100. This is so confusing. Sorry, this awkward moment is brought to you by me reading. It says May 22nd. It's giving me gross numbers. It says 71 million. Okay, now I'm reading it right. Yeah, so 71 million is what it ran for its 12-week run. So it says 71 million bucks. I mean,
yeah, man.
For
$15
million movie. I mean,
Too shabby.
Yeah. So, but while I was looking for that other stuff, I was looking at something at J.J. Abrams. Where'd it go? He's doing something else that caught my eye. Obviously, Star Trek sequel he's producing. Star Wars: The Last Jedi he's producing. He's doing a Mission Impossible 6. They're filming it right now. He's also announced a movie, Half-Life movie, and a Portal movie. So we're getting into the video game world. And he's also producing something called Overlord with Wyatt Russell.
Is it like
and
Operation Overlord?
I don't know what it is. There's only a few people that have character names. A story of 2 American soldiers behind enemy lines on D-Day. Oh, okay. Wasn't that the Operation Overlord? Wasn't that the invasion plan? Wasn't that what it's called? I can't remember. Anyway, there you go. He's doing some stuff. Look at that. Yeah, we ready for some clippy clips? Right? Are we done talking about it? I'm out of notes. So
I don't have a whole lot of bad things to say. about this one.
No, yeah, no, jeez.
It's not a perfect. I think there was a little bit of clunky editing here and there, but it was a pretty solid film.
Yeah. So here we go. Again, the movie is. I mean, frankly, this is kind of a hard movie. So there's not a lot of humor. So most of the clips are the only kind of funny moments I could find, in the movie, but most of it's just John Goodman because I thought he was really good in this.
What are you gonna do to me?
I'm going to keep you alive.
Ugh, so creepy.
I'm gonna make you put lotion on.
Right.
Get in the hole, put lotion on the skin.
Here we go. Scary door.
So, how are you doing? You okay?
What is this?
It's a bunker. Your room's a little bit of a fixer-upper, but I mean, at least you got a door. Scary door, but you still got a door.
I mean, how much fuel does he have to power generators that could power the bunker for a year or two? I mean, good Lord.
A lot of diesel or
yeah.
You can't expect solar and wind to power that thing.
Right. I mean,
all the time.
And he called it generators. And they literally gave us one light flicker so he could use the phrase generators. Don't worry about it, because that never was a thing again. And then here's something that they didn't. I just thought about this. There's something that they didn't. It's not really a hopping man because we don't have any other people in the movie. Hopping object. So the thing that was blocking the vent wasn't ever fixed. Like, she just goes and turns the thing off and turns it back on, and it works. There was something physically blocking the vent. I thought it was going to be a person at first. Like, crazy lady, like, got in the vent system somehow. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he's trying to pull the vent and it doesn't work. Anyway, he says it's something stuck, and then she climbs up there, and then she finds this face. Maybe it was the body of that girl. Ooh. Anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, here we go. I'm a lumberjack, and I don't care.
Ooh. Cornering the market on post-apocalyptic fashion, huh? Mm-hmm. Need more axes and chainsaws.
For what? She has a shotgun.
Yeah, what if up there it's like...
What? Lumberjacks?
Zombies.
I like her subtlety. She was good. This was also the only funny thing that John Goodman said in the entire movie, except for the other clip I got of him. So, one of two.
Now, to restart the unit, you just swing the handle off, then on, off, then on. That should do it. And neither of us will be able to go in and help you if you get stuck. Don't get stuck.
It would get awfully smelly after a while, I would think.
Waka waka.
That's as funny as the jokes get. And then there was this.
Now that was a great example of teamwork. Very well done. If you like some music. Problem solving always puts me in a musical mood.
There you go. That's it. There's your clips. That's all I wrote.
There you go.
Because, again, there's not a whole lot of dialogue that is worth capturing.
You didn't get the Santa charades clip?
I actually did capture it, and then when I played it back, it was so creepy and intense. I was like, this is going to kill the show.
Was anybody else creeped out after they started playing the music and it was like John Goodman twerking for just a moment?
Yeah, it was a little weird. It made me laugh, though, because of like what's happening. Like the two of them are like plotting his demise, and he's over there twerking. So I kind of laughed. I liked it. But you're not wrong. It was still kind of scary. Here we go.
And now for some more bad news. Ready?
The cast members weren't told the title of the movie during production, preserving the secret as long as possible.
What?
Yeah, I guess they didn't want them
No. Did anybody else hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
I hope they got it.
What? Oh, shoot.
Charlotte is now the trap queen.
Yeah. Remember Andrew's butt? Yeah, you just did secret.
Oh, did I? It wouldn't have captured on the recording.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's a shame.
Say that again. I was just laughing at you.
The cast members weren't told the title of the movie during production, preserving the secret as long as possible.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
okay. Debbie Does Dallas. She didn't know the title until
She probably did. I mentioned this earlier. Although they take place in the same universe, the film has few connections to Cloverfield. However, producer J.J. Abrams has stated that the studio has a plan to tie the two films, as well as possible future films in the franchise together. Of course, I had to do the only really Star Trek connection in the movie is, of course, J.J. And his homage to his grandfather, who his name was Kelvin. Yeah. And so that name is in everything that J.J. does. And of course, it's the name of the spaceship that kicked off the whole new timeline in the Star Trek universe. Thus, you have the original timeline and the Kelvin timeline. I captured this trivia literally so I could play my, I always like to play the, if I see a piece of, play the fiddle. No, if I see a piece of trivia that I really think is just really, why can't I find it?
That is one big pile of shit.
Here it is. The first trailer for this film was screened before 13 Hours, a Michael Bay film. The original Cloverfield also had a secretive production and marketing, with the first trailer being released before Transformers, another Michael Bay film.
That is one big pile of shit.
There you go.
I'm so happy the new Transformers is doing so poorly. It makes me smile.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
Anybody shocked?
No.
No, I'm not shocked. I'm only shocked that they keep making these damn things.
Yeah.
I mean, they dragged poor Anthony Hopkins into this movie. Like, let him go do a Thor movie, at least. Wow, it's sitting at a 5.3 on IMDb with a Metascore of 28. IMDb doesn't tie into Rotten Tomatoes, so I don't know what that is.
We're so busy trying to play God,
Stanley Tucci reprises his role in this. I didn't know that. I'm looking at budget of $217 million. So far, it's grossed $120 million. Worldwide, it's already made $500 million. I mean, I guess if people still go watch it, I guess they're going to keep making them.
I guess.
Anyway, it's just like it's like your child. When your child's doing a thing that they're doing it just for attention. You just have to ignore them. We just need to ignore Michael Bay. That's what we have to do.
I usually just put Parker outside.
Oh.
Let's just put Michael Bay outside.
No, Michael Bay, you stay outside. You know what you did.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead is barefoot throughout the whole movie. In an interview, she stated in a lot of the close-up shots she was wearing slip-on shoes or flip-flops.
Meanwhile, somewhere in America, Quentin Tarantino was headed to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
21 times a month, folks.
A day.
A day.
Oh, a day. No, it can't be a day.
No,
Good
it's
God.
a month.
Was it a month? Well, you said day
I
earlier.
misspoke.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do you have time to function? How do you?
It's a month.
It's called friction burns after a while there, buddy.
Like,
you got to use the right stuff. Wait, what?
How do you even go to? How do you even work? Like your
Seriously, how does
calendar
it
would
work?
just have all this these 15-minute spaces where you can't do anything.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a small child, please turn this podcast off right now.
I'm sorry.
It's a lot of electrolytes you'd need.
Yeah, you're drinking Gatorade all day. Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Honey, I need a Gatorade.
As long as you're doing it 21 times.
Yeah. Anyway, Mary Elizabeth Winstead crawls through an air duct in this movie, just like Bruce Willis did in Die Hard. She plays his daughter in the fourth Die Hard movie.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's a stretch.
It's so bad. All the trivia in this movie is bad. I picked that one just because I like Die Hard.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the recasting game because it's such a new movie.
It's so new. Yeah, I don't know. Any of the aged actors like John Goodman of that age, I think could do decently.
I don't think you would want to change it. I thought he was great and creepy. I mean, I know there are other great creepy actors.
I'll do a Liam Neeson there.
Oh, I don't want to see him as a bad guy.
Maybe that's why it would be so great. He's not a bad guy. He's just eccentric.
Shot a guy
that we know of, right?
Shot a guy in the face. Shot me in the face. I did like the soundtrack. I did like.
The intro was really nice to the movie.
I also liked some of there's only 3 songs. I think we're alone now, but they did it was a cover, which I thought was good. They also played "Tell Him" and "Venus," and then the rest of the score was music was scored by Bear McCreary. That's the guy that did it. So cool, good for him.
He's the guy that goes out to the wild and brings celebrities.
Yep,
Drinks his own urine.
He does. He drinks on a pea. Drinks on a pea. Peas on a tree, and drinks it. Oh, jeez. I was trying to make a Waterworld reference, but I screwed that all to pieces, which is fine. Top 3. Oh wait, I have a clip for that. Top 3. Crap, where is it? Sorry.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Ladies.
How appropriate for this episode. John Goodman movies we picked. Andrew.
Okay. Well, I am a fan of the Goodman, and I will start with number 3, "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
Nice.
Okay.
His, I guess he was kind of a
he was the Cyclops.
villain.
Cyclops.
Yeah.
In that movie. And,
Wait,
thought he did it well.
What?
he was not the Cyclops.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he had.
He was the one. He represented the Cyclops in the Odysseus story.
Oh, sorry. You said "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" I was immediately looking at Monsters Inc. and I was like, nope. That's
that's Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, that's Billy Savage.
Billy Crystal.
Crystal.
What the
Who
hell?
is Billy Savage?
I don't even know
You just making up names now? At least when you just blurt out Joe Pesci, it's a human.
Moving on.
Yep.
Yeah, moving on. So number 2, Monsters. Speaking of Monsters Incorporated.
Oh, there is a Billy Savage. He works in the sound department.
And then number 1 is quite a little older, and it's a film called King Ralph, where he becomes
I've never seen King Ralph.
the King of England.
I've never heard of it. Stop it, Corny.
I'm the king.
You're going to make people actually get sick.
He moves to
Like my mother-in-law would be almost gagging now just by hearing you make those noises. Yeah.
in King Ralph, he basically finds out that he is a descendant of the crown.
Oh, okay.
Becomes king.
Moist.
All right, Corny.
All right. I'm going to give a honorable mention to 1984's Revenge of the Nerds. Didn't know he was in that, but I saw it as a list, so I was like, I like that movie. My number 3 will be Monsters Inc.
All right.
Okay.
My number 2, Emperor's New Groove.
Nice.
And my number 1, The Big Lebowski.
Beware of the groove.
I've still never seen The Big Lebowski.
I haven't either. So
Wasn't that on our list?
It was for a while, and then it got pulled.
Yeah. It got pulled. Okay. Dude.
All right. Sorry. Cool.
Yeah.
Sam?
All right. My number 3 is Sean's wife's favorite movie of all time. Enjoy this one every now and then, called Arachnophobia.
Oh, I was like, The Little Mermaid? He's not in that. But I get it now because my wife hates spiders. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
My favorite line in that movie is when the guy gets bit in the foot and he goes, "Oh, it felt like a damn cougar." Sorry.
But those types of movies back in the 90s were awesome. Anaconda and all that sort of
The
stuff.
freaking spider squealed.
Yeah. My number 2 is Emperor's New Groove. God, that's such a rewatchable film. One of my favorite Disney movies. And number 1, Oh Brother, We're Out There.
We thought you was a horny toad. Well,
I cannot pass Oh Brother, We're Out There if it's on the station as I'm flipping channels. It's just it has to stay on.
Well, I'm hearing you. So you guys all have said the ones that I would have said. So I'm actually going to go and look to see if there's something else that I would pick because Because honestly, my number one would be Emperor's New Groove because that's one
Yeah.
of my favorite Disney films of all time. And I know people are like, what? Yes, it is a wonderful film, and I love it. But I've not seen Argo and Flight and a lot of other things. The Artist and whatever Drunk Boat is.
There's a thing called Drunk Boat.
He was in it. He was a character named Fletcher. So, I mean, yeah, he was in Evan Almighty, but he's not anything worth noting in that.
That's not a good movie.
Well, no, he's not. I like the first one, but the second one, yeah, you're right. So anyway, so my number 3 was Oh Brother, and number 2 was Monsters Inc. /U. So
sweet. I love you. I think I like you more than I do.
I like you too, Sam.
Yep. Well, that's nice.
See,
it's easier to get closer to you too.
That's the nicest thing you've literally ever said to me.
Yeah.
And that includes. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. Out of 10. Time for out of 10.
Wait, what's supposed to happen?
Well, this is where you guys give me your score from a 0 to a 10.
What if we don't? What are you gonna do?
I guess nothing, honestly. John Goodman movies. Andrew, you're muted. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so like I said, I enjoyed the movie and it kept my attention, and it kept me on the edge of the seat, and I did enjoy the nice sci-fi twist, like we mentioned earlier. So I'm going to give this a nice 7.7.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, Corny. Corny.
Is he muted?
No.
You okay?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
there you are.
Oh, you muted yourself. I was like,
I'll give you the responses that I gave. What you want, sucker? And then after no response, I said, "Oh, you want the score?"
Yeah.
I was getting very aggressive. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I was fighting a giant spider.
Oh. Did it hiss and assume an attack position?
It did actually.
Nice.
Asked for my wallet and was like, "Haha, you in the wrong hood, dog." And no, that never happened. I politely gave him my wallet. He went away. Yeah, it's a really, really interesting take on a monster movie, and whodunit and all kinds of other stuff. And it had Mary Elizabeth Winstead, so that was immediately at least a 7. So I'm going to give it, except for Sky High, because F that movie.
Right.
I think I'm going to give it like a 7.84.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I like it.
I could have had more explosions, but the one that was there was pretty badass.
All right. Right on. Sam.
Cool. I really enjoyed it. Like Andrew, it kept my attention the whole time. I did not fall asleep during it, which is a good sign. Only a few just detractions, and they're very minor detractions. So, and one of them being, it might be hard to rewatch this thing. It's just, it's stressful. And so I'd probably go there with Corny and Andrew. I'd give it a 7.78.
Okay. 7.78. Wow. Very good. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I like the movie, and Sam, I think you're kind of right. I mean, if I'm gonna rewatch this, I need to get away from it for a little while. I don't know if this movie is gonna be one of those movies where I just randomly like stew on it on my brain like I do Snowpiercer. Though I did see some news that the guy what directed Snowpiercer is getting another movie, and I think it's supposed to be like part of that same world as Snowpiercer. Jun Ho Bong. He's a South Korean director. Yeah, Okaja. Never mind, it's not. It's definitely not. It's the monster thingy. Meet Mija, a young girl who risks everything to prevent a powerful multinational company from kidnapping her best friend, a fascinating animal named Kaja. It's like a
Is that the pig thing? The pig looks like a pig.
Yeah, but Tilda Swinton is in it. So that's what I got confused about. Tilda Swinton is in it, but has nothing to do with Snowpiercer. Jake Gyllenhaal is in it. Anyway, it has nothing to do with this. This score, I'm going to give it. Sorry. God, liked it. It held my attention. Legit, hands were sweaty at moments when he was yelling and like when they were trying to be all sneaky, and then when he
weak, palms are sweaty. Sorry.
Like when he reached up into the air vent to get the mask, I was like, "Oh, is he gonna get it?" And then he found the thing under the bed, and then it just went to hell from there. So I'm gonna give this thing a good 7.75 acid baths, because I just liked it. So
I tell you, this is probably the movie we've been the absolute closest on in terms of all our opinions.
yeah, I think you're right.
It was crazy.
Maybe, I don't know, but I'm actually just curious to see kind of where it ranks now with the rest of our whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is gonna actually park right next to The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
So,
A lot of big stretch.
I'm actually good with that. In fact, it's actually going to be above. It's going to dethrone Avengers: Age of Ultron as 31. So there you go.
That's good.
Okay.
I always think we did that a little too high.
I think we did too. Actually, I think if we would redo that, I think that score might be a little lower, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at movies near it. I would much rather watch Blazing Saddles, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, or even the original Batman.
Absolutely.
Well, the '89 Batman, not the original Batman. Anyway, that's fine. That's our movie. That was it. That was fun. I enjoyed the hell out of that movie, and whoever put it on our list, I'm really glad you did.
That's sweet. So what's next?
Well, I guess it depends. If Andrew watches Wonder Woman this week, it'll be Wonder Woman. We'll do a spoiler cast of Wonder Woman. And I need to double check because I think Corny, you probably haven't updated the list recently, have you?
No, I've not. I've not done it for the July. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, it's fine. It's not like it's your job because it's not.
I filled the city.
We filled this city. I will say this. Spawn has been added to the Netflix. I kind of feel
just watched it on Sunday.
And it's
my gosh,
is it as terrible as I remember it being? Is it worth doing?
I think it is because in terms of a comic book movie of this level, this dark level,
we
don't see this.
Do we want to bump it over some stuff? I guess is my question.
What's up? I'll tell you yes or no.
Well, so again, I gotta double check to see if some of these things. I know I'm really sorry for doing this on air. Basically, if we don't do
Wonder
Woman, what is next is Alice Through the Looking Glass. That's what's next.
That than Spawn.
Really?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we just did, or you guys just did Judge Dredd, which is another.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
thing too.
No problem.
So, and Logan was, a couple before that. So,
and he's still here.
And if we do Wonder Woman, we'll keep,
That's fair. I see your point. That's fair. So we got coming up after that. The one after that would be Sweeney Todd.
Interesting. I had to put subtitles up when I watched it the first time.
Yeah, that might be worth.
God rest his soul.
Bringing Chad back because I know he has a fondness for that.
Just likes killing people.
That is also very true.
Well, and while I was in London, and I didn't know this, but
did you get to Fleet Street?
We went on Fleet Street, and our tour guide actually told us that is a true story.
Oh my gosh!
The demon
and
barber.
There really was a guy named Sweeney Todd who really was a barber, and he did kill people, and he gave the meat of the bodies to his wife, and she did not know that she was cooking people when she made her pies.
Meat pies. Cool. So next week is Wonder Woman, depending upon Andrew. If not, it'll be Alice Through the Looking Glass. After that, we got Sweeney Todd. After that, We got Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and then
The Chronic of what?
The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the
The
Witch, and the
Chronic.
Wardrobe. So we got happy, creepy, happy, back to creepy with 7 psychopaths. So
But Seven Psychopaths is awesome.
So yeah,
Sam,
like hilarious.
Sam.
Yeah, so we will, as per usual, Corny will filter through the list to make sure things are still streaming and things like that. But we got some good stuff coming up and some really shit films coming up too that I'm really looking forward to. Such
Lots
as
of good movies out there in the theater too. So who knows if we'll stick one of those things in.
yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming might get a spoiler cast too. So.
Great.
Yeah, that's what she said. There it is.
Anyway, that's it. That's our show. Thank you so much for listening. This has been so much fun. I'm glad to get back together with you guys and do this. And that's going to do it for us. So thank you. Go to our website, cheapseatreviews.com. Listen to Corny.
Hey, I updated it. So there you
okay.
go.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to find you.
Because Corny has a set of skills. Cheapseatreviews.com, of course, is our website. And our Anchor app. I need to have a conversation with you guys off air about Anchor. Leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube. Visit our website, which I already said. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/cheapseatreviews. And, of course, you can follow us on the Twitter @CheapSeatCast. And you may send us your emails, if you so wish to do so, to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have to say about that. And you will stay tuned. Keep an eye on our Twitter account, and we'll let you know if we're doing Wonder Woman or that other thing that I said.
Sean will twit.
I will twit. When you take a... I can't help but laugh every time we've watched Moana now like 16 times as a family. And he
When
says,
you use a bird to
when
write.
you use a bird to write, it's called tweeting. That's funny. I like that movie a lot, and
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, exactly. Such a good movie. Go watch it. It's actually on Netflix too, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you just say turkey?
Maybe.
No. Okay. Well, fine.
What's it to you, chump?
No, nothing. I was just curious. Is all.
I'm getting super aggressive and getting hungry.
No, that's fine. So on that note, on behalf of Corny, the turkey, Andrew, Sam, this is Sean saying thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
You melted half my face.